In this video, I want to cover the ASU website and all of the great information that's available to you guys through this website. There is a separate website for A-State Online students that I also want to show you. So this first one that we'll look at is just ASU, the university website, www.astate.edu. And this is the home page. Lots of information on the home page, campus news if you want to keep up with what's going on campus. Also a weekly calendar, it kind of tells you what's going on. And you can have the options to click on academic calendar to view some dates, but there's also separate dates for online that I'll show you in a minute. And then events, like if you wanted to see what's going on at the Convocation Center if you're in town or anything like that that's going on campus, you can view that here. But my favorite thing about our website is this A to Z index. And there's this link right here, A to Z index. I want you to click on that. And this lists everything that we have on campus. So instead of just trying to search and search and search and try to find it by looking through these, you can come here and see everything. So if you want to look at the directories, you can come down here to D, click directory, and you can search for a student, a department, faculty, staff, and you can get their contact information this way. Go back and you can click on email students and you can check your email from any website, or I'm sorry, any computer. You just enter in your email address and your password and you can view your email that way. And if you wanted to research degrees that we offer, anything like that, it's here. Some popular links are right here. Blackboard would be definitely one that you will be using all the time as online students. So by clicking that one, you will go to Blackboard. There's one other website I want to show you guys. And that is the one for A-State Online students. It is different from A-State the university. It has everything separate that's just for you guys. So it's degree.astate.edu, and that will take you to this homepage right here. This is the A-State Online homepage. So if you wanted to research what degrees we offer online, you can come here. Let's say I'm a criminology major. I can click on it and I can see all of the requirements for my program. I can even click on one of these and get a course description for each of these classes. Let's go back to the front. Let's say I'm interested in pursuing a graduate degree after I get my online undergraduate degree. I can click graduate degrees and we offer a lot. Wow, look at everything here. So let's say sports administration. All the information about that graduate program is right here. So again, if you wanted to use this drop-down menu, you can point to online programs and see what all we do offer online. Tuition is different for our online students as well. So if you look at this drop-down menu, you can click on tuition and fees and see what it costs per hour, payment information, rules, grant scholarship information. There's also another tab for financial aid. And again, our financial aid for A-State Online is different from A-State University. So if you want information about financial aid for your online program, this is where you need to come. And there's even a frequently asked question financial aid section. If you click on that, that'll take you to all the frequently asked questions, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But this is a gold mine of information for you guys. Admissions is also different for online. So you've already been admitted if you're in this class watching this, but let's look at start dates in the calendar, because like I said, that's a little bit different for you guys. You know you're in accelerated programs. Most of your courses will be 7 weeks long instead of the typical semester of 14 weeks. So your dates will be a little bit different from the dates that are shown on the ASU University website. On A-State Online, they list it by major, so let's look at a sociology major. If you click on that, that will tell you for the entire year, spring, summer, and fall, when each course begins. So if you're taking a 5-week course or a 7-week course in the first session of summer, There you go. There are your dates. If you're taking a 7-week course in the second session of fall, there you go. There are your dates. And it's not just when you begin and when you end. It's also when you need to be registered for that class, when you need to pay for that class, because we know if you don't pay before classes begin, you don't get to take the class. They won't open it for you in Blackboard. Your last day to withdraw is also listed here. So if you have to withdraw from a class, drop it, or withdraw from the university, all of those dates are here. And there's also a schedule of courses, which is really great, and they update this continuously. So if you're thinking about getting advised for the next semester and what's going to be offered for your degree in the next semester, you can come here and say, okay, I'm a communications major. I'm going to click on that, and they'll tell me, oh, look, this is offered in the spring. And as soon as the fall schedule and the summer schedule is uploaded and it goes online, they'll list those classes here as well. And they're very good to keep this updated for you guys. So that will let you know what's offered, and you'll get advised with your advisor anyway, but if you look at that beforehand, you'll have a pretty good idea of what you want to take. How to get started. Again, this is good information, but you're already in my class, so I'm assuming you're already admitted. So let's look at student resources. Services right here, there's a few things that you can look at. School policies, which we'll cover in my class anyway, in this class. If you want to change your major, there's a form to complete. It tells you how to get into self-service, which is where you can view everything, transcripts, your schedule, financial aid, everything. So all of that's available to you. Tech support, you are online students, so eventually you're probably going to need tech support at some point. There's a special phone number just for A-State online students. The ASU typical students, the general students, they don't have access to this. So you have access to numbers right here. If you need tech support or Blackboard support, it's available to you 24/7. Disability services, I think I went over this probably when we were covering the syllabus. But if you do have any disabilities at all, physical or learning, and you need special accommodations in any of your online classes, you can register with disability services and they can help you get the appropriate accommodations in your class. So there was a link to that. Frequently asked questions. I love this section for you guys. For online students, this is just for you. I'm going to click Open All. So many times we have the same questions over and over and over. Majority of the answers to those questions are right here. So if you just come here whenever you're having trouble with anything, this can probably answer your questions before you ever have to contact someone. There's so much good stuff here. So don't forget about that under student resources. Course registration. This shows a registration guide. I will also have that same guide in our class. The schedule of courses, we just looked at that a while ago, but you can also access it from here. Remember, it looks like this. I told you they'll keep updating it every semester. So that was available. Live text registration is a electronic portfolio, and that's only required for certain majors. So when you do get into that major and it's started to be required for your major, they'll let you know, your professors will let you know what that's about. But there's information right here if you need it. There's a link to our library. We will also go on to this. We'll go over this in our class. There's information about your graduation, which is a little bit different, but you do have to file an intent to graduate form the semester you want to graduate, and you'll want to file that as soon as possible, like when classes begin your last semester. And there's also a graduation frequently asked questions. So this can answer any questions you might have about graduation. If you have transfer work, you can use this to see what transfers in as an equivalent. But when you apply for admission, they're probably going to evaluate all that anyway. And then about, you can click on any of these things to read more about ASU. There's online faculty here. related articles to online education and some of our majors that we offer. And then student blogs, you'll actually have a chance to read these for one of our discussion boards. But that's all located here as well. So I'm going back to the home page to show you all this information over here. Obviously, you are already in the program, so you don't have to request any information here. But just click around and get to know all of the information that's available to you on this website as an online student, because again, it's a little bit different. And probably you have noticed this little pop-up that keeps popping up. There's a live chat option for online students at this point. So if I'm just clicking around, I'm going to see this pop up several times. So if you want to ask A-State Online a question, you can say no, and then you can do a live chat with them to try to get the information that you need. And this might be the quickest way to get a hold of someone in that office, even quicker than calling. So keep that in mind if you ever need it. But between this and the A to Z index that we went over before, all the information that you probably would ever need is here. You just need to get familiar with it and where everything's located. The library has a link here to their webpage. Everything's here. So take time to click around and get to know all of this and see what's available to you.